We're about to get started momentarily. Just sit right on in, get your favorite snack, hit that like button, share it. We're getting ready for this Hill Truth Live, baby. Oh, it's gonna be a doozy. Snickers ice cream bar. Now, Snickers ice cream bars, boy, those are addictive. Those are addictive as hell. But luckily, I don't eat that unhealthy lifestyle anymore. So enjoy that Snickers ice cream bar. We're getting started momentarily for the Hill Truth Live, baby. All right. Yeah, I know it wasn't no sound. I didn't have my mic on. But yeah, here we are. I had to bring that image up because, obviously I needed to talk about this first and foremost. So I had to bring that up. It's beautiful as it was. But can y'all hear my mic before we even start? Because we got the mic enthusiasts in there, so we got to make sure the mic is working. Hold on, let me flip it back. Let me flip it back one time, or better yet, let me flip it back in here. You said it sounds weird. How does it sound weird? What is weird sounding about it? Because that doesn't tell me anything. Just saying it sounds weird. That could mean anything. That could mean absolutely anything. It sounds like my other. What does that even mean? Anyway, welcome to the Hill Truth Live. Welcome to the Hill Truth Live, man. It's a lot of mic distortion. Well, here's what I'm gonna tell y'all. Here's what I'm going to tell y'all about this situation. Now, what can I say? It really has to do with OBS Studios that I run. So it's how can I put it? It probably needs to be updated. So we'll figure that one out. And you said a lot of static. Now, hold up now. I ain't crazy, but I know this mic ain't got no damn static to it. Now, if you just being an audio enthusiast and being nitpicky, I understand that. No, my OBS ain't peeking in the red. So, exactly. Thank you. It wouldn't be a Baron video without the mic quality. Thank you, because it's kind of staple of mine anyway. Simply because I don't take the time out and to do all the settings and set all this stuff up. I just hit go live and do my thing. Like, I don't have time to do all that. A lot of people will understand that, but sometimes I do try to fix things for y'all. You know what I'm saying? I try sometimes. I try to do it. You know what I'm saying? So, I'll tinker around with it just right now, since we got a few people, their ears are just bleeding so bad right now. You know what I mean? Because of the microphone. So I'm gonna try to tweak it a little bit for y'all right now. And no, my mic is not in the red. I just talk loud. I have a very good projecting voice. This is why I strike fear in all the Sony peasants out there and all the PC tech zombies, because my voice it just resonates. It strikes fear in their eardrums. You feel what I'm saying? So but I'm gonna go in these settings right now before we start, because a lot of people got their panties in the bunch because the audio quality is just not so perfect. You know what I mean? So it's so I'm gonna go in these settings to see what we can do here. So let's see what we can do right now. So yeah, am I too low or am I too loud? Like which way is it? Because I'm gonna be loud fucking regardless. It doesn't fucking matter, honestly. I'm going to be loud as fuck. I'm going to be loud as fuck. So is it too loud or is it too low? Yeah, you gotta let me know something. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let me know something. Like what's the real deal here? Can you put what? I'm not finna just tell me if the mic is too loud or too low. I'm not trying to the mid is high. Okay. See? That's all I was asking for. Thank you. Who was that? Who was that said that? Dioba? Is that how you say that? Y'all be coming up with some names these days, man. I'd be like, where y'all be getting these damn names from? Y'all just put, you know, I know you can't please everybody, but you know, every 5 fucking minutes, it's the mic. It's like, god damn, do y'all listen to audiobooks all day? The reason this microphone bothers you so goddamn much? Do you listen to you know, lullabies at night? You know what I mean? Are you using what's that service from Amazon where you listen to the damn books and shit? It's like, are y'all doing that every day to the point that the audio is just irritating you so badly? Wait, he said his mama gave him that name. Okay, what's good, everybody? Sound in the chat. You know, I need a roll call in the chat to see who's all in here, because you know a lot of people been over here for a long time. I've been on this YouTube for a long time, off and on, obviously, but a long time. So it'd be crazy to see some of these names pop up in this chat, and I know they've been out here watching me on YouTube since the Wii, so it'd be kind of crazy. You know what I mean? Like Tony been here for a long time. Like it's been a long ass time for Tony. So, I see Toby. Toby, how do you say your name? What is these two Y's for? Like it's almost like doing an essay now where y'all come up with these names. Like, oh, he been watching me since E3 with Kojima. Oh man, that's a long End Up Nation era. Oh, that's way back. That's way back. That's way back. Oh yeah, from the Wii era, boy. Those were some good ass times. Those were some good ass times, some good old days. They were fun. They were funny times because YouTube was definitely more uncensored back in the Wii era than it is now. So, if anybody remember back then during the Wii era, the 360 and the PS3 era, it was survival of the fittest on YouTube. You got people who used to make direct response videos to you, and YouTube didn't have all these restrictions they have now. So people was able to say and do shit that you probably couldn't believe in today's world. Like I used to go back and forth with people all the time, you know what I mean? Before I had before my wrestling career took all my time away. And people used to do some wild shit. I mean, anybody in the chat that was here during the Wii era, I need y'all to chime in on the wildest video or the wildest video response you've seen me or somebody else interact with, because I can't remember it all. I don't have all the videos anymore because they was on an old desktop. And when I moved, at one point I had moved to the place I'm living now, and I misplaced the desktop. Somehow I misplaced the desktop. It was an old Dell desktop anyway. It was damn near done. So all those old Wii videos are on a desktop that's probably somewhere in a landfill now. So I don't have majority of those. Pyro 2000X, that's, oh god, I ain't heard that name in so long. Yeah, that dude was a mental case. I'll tell you that. Weed Lover and Nintendo. Oh my God. Oh, Weed Lover was something else, bro. That dude was damn near pushing 50, but he was holding the front line for the Wii. He was holding the front line, bro. It was crazy. It was crazy, man. But Pyro was that dude was a nutcase. He was a nutcase. Something was really wrong with that guy, and we used to poke fun at him, and and I think back at it, I was like, we shouldn't have beat up on that punching bag that Pyro was. It was really ridiculous. Some of us in this community, it was crazy. Oh, been here since Bayonetta 2 came to. Yes, I remember that video I made about Bayonetta 2 and Wii U, and I got so much salt from the PlayStation fanboys. It was ridiculous. I think I even did a Bayonetta versus God of War video, and that, oh man, that pissed so many people off. It was it was crazy back then. When I snapped when Mario Galaxy 2 didn't win Game of the Year. That was oh shit, I'm choking. That was crazy because Mario Galaxy 2 should have won Game of the Year that year. I remember that. Metroid Other M video. Metroid Other M video again. Platoon. What do you mean? Master Mode. What do you mean? I did make a Metroid Other M review video. I remember that. But I'm not sure what you're talking about. Oh, Skyward Sword Game of the Year. Yeah, I went in for Skyward Sword. That was such a long goddamn time ago. Yo, what the hell, bruh? Oh man, some of y'all been here for a while, but to say Nintendo, I know you've been on YouTube for a long ass time if you said that name. Cause boy, that dude was something else. I thought my fandom was strong, but no, that man had me beat. He had me super beat. I wasn't even close. I wasn't even in the same realm. I wasn't in the same realm at all whatsoever. None. Oh yeah, that was the Metroid Other M review video I did when I was fighting the boss. I did a whole review on that. Yeah, I remember that. I definitely remember that because people was hating on Metroid Other M, and I still stand by what I said about that game. That game was good, and people just was hating way too much on that game. It was ridiculous. I didn't like that at all. I'm trying to see if I missed a comment here. Did I miss a comment? No, I didn't miss a comment. But yeah, man, look. That was a great era. It was fun. It happened. You know what I'm saying? And it's time to move on to a new era. You know what I mean? It's time to move on to the new era. And that brings me, of course, to what I put on your screen to begin with. Before we get into all the Switch 2 power stuff and the specs and the Switch 2 Nintendo Direct details and also the Switch 2 price and the Switch 2 games, it's going to be a lot of Switch 2 talk here, obviously, but we got to talk about the unprecedented thing that the Nintendo Switch has done. We have to talk about it because I don't think it's fair if we don't talk about this. Oh my God, that man said the guitar video. Oh man, do you know that guitar video still gets comments? That guitar video still gets me hate mail. It's been so long and them dudes is still upset. The country of guitar is still upset at me over that video. Like we done been done and past it already. They done had the World Cup. It's over with. Like, why are we still talking about? Why is guitar still talking about that video? It's so funny. I guess they will forever be mad at me about that. But yeah, I would be remiss if I didn't talk about this situation that you see on your screen, because it's a situation that we've never seen before. And we have to talk about the financial sales data that Nintendo has brought out over the last few days, and we got to break it down. But as you can see, Nintendo Switch sales have been updated to 150 million sold. Now, I don't think y'all know how significant that is. Out of gaming history, right? Out of all the history in gaming, there's only been 3 consoles ever to reach 150 million sold. That's the PS2, that's the Nintendo DS, and now it's the Nintendo Switch. So this is the sales as of December 31st, 2024. So obviously we can pretty much say it's probably 151 right now. We could pretty much probably say that. So I want y'all to take that and process that for a minute. In the history of gaming as a whole, there have only been 3 systems. 3 systems that has sold 150 million consoles or units. The PS2, the DS, and now the Nintendo Switch. That is a very, very difficult thing to do. So obviously PS2 is at somewhere between 155 million to 160 million, because we all know Sony just decided to fluff up the numbers just a few months ago for no fucking reason. I guess they just found sales laying in the corner somewhere in their office, so they updated to 160. So we're just gonna say somewhere between 155 and 160. The DS is 154 million, and now we have the Switch at 150 million. So 3 out of the best-selling consoles of all time, 2 of them are from Nintendo. But what makes this so special, not only that Nintendo has 2 of the best-selling consoles of all time, out of the top 3, they did it solely, 100% solely, on the merit of their hardware and the quality of their games. Now, we can debate all back and forth about the PlayStation 2 and what it brought to the table. Yes, the PlayStation 2 had games, probably one of the best gaming libraries of all time. Definitely top 5 gaming libraries of all time. But we also know the PS2 success was really hinged on it being a DVD player. We know that was a very huge selling point for a lot of people to buy a PS2, and that's pretty much what helped it get to that number. But for Nintendo to be able to do this twice, 2 times, based off of nothing but the quality of their hardware and the quality of their software is is fucking impressive. It's impressive. It's impressive. This is why I say there's no other company that can really touch Nintendo in this industry. I don't think there's anybody that can absolutely do that at all. Period. Because I don't think they really just have the resources. They don't have the manpower. They don't have the development teams. They don't have the franchises to actually do stuff like that. So when I bring that up, it's simply because y'all witnessing history, and now the Nintendo Switch definitely has a chance to beat that record. It's going to beat the DS, of course. It's only 4 million behind, but to beat that record of around 160 million for the PS2, I think the Switch is absolutely going to get there. And that's going to be such an unprecedented thing because it's very, very difficult to sell that many consoles. I don't think people really can fathom how you sell to 150 million people a gaming console at that. So, and that's a good point that Angel put in the chat. Is like, it did that without Call of Duty, it did that without Grand Theft Auto, it did that without Madden, it did that without a lot of the third party wildly popular games. So that in itself is another notch of making this thing so fucking impressive. It's just it's mind blowing. You just can't even fathom that it even got to this point. But seeing how great the software lineup is, I'm not too shocked that we got there. But it's still crazy to actually see that it actually did get there. So that's still crazy to see. That's still crazy to see, and it's it's quite impressive. And another thing, not only Switch, breaks that record, but Switch also breaks another record. A record that is insane, that no console has ever done before. As a matter of fact, I think I need to go ahead and actually show y'all that. I think I need to go ahead and show y'all that, because I don't think it's fair if I just yap about it and don't actually show y'all that. So the record I'm talking about is that Nintendo Switch is the first console ever. The first console ever. I'm gonna say that again because I don't think y'all getting the emphasis of what I'm talking about here. Nintendo Switch is the first console ever to have 72 exclusive games sell over 1 million copies. I'm gonna repeat that again for you because I need y'all to understand the magnitude of how insane that actually is. I need y'all to understand the magnitude of how crazy that actually is. Nintendo Switch is the only console in the history of gaming to have 72 individual exclusive games all sell over 1 million copies. The PS2 never did that. The PS4 never did that. The PS1 never did that. None of other Nintendo consoles ever did that. Sega consoles never did that. We damn sure know Xbox consoles didn't do that shit. But the Switch did. Can you just imagine putting out 72 first-party titles in the lifespan of one console, and they all go on to sell at least 1 million or millions more? That's such an unprecedented thing. That is just insane. That is absolutely crazy. So I know y'all probably wondering what are the million seller list. So I'm going to go over it with y'all. Before we get into the Switch 2 stuff, we have to go over this list because it has a lot to do with what I'm going to say about Nintendo Switch games and Nintendo Switch 2 games, and what I had to say about the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct, which we got more details about, and also what I had to say about Nintendo Switch 2 Power, because this all correlates together, and it all kind of works together. But 72 games to sell 1 million or way more is absolutely asinine. I can't even begin to tell you how much money they made. I can't even begin to tell you how they're completely embarrassing the competition. I can't even begin to tell you how do you just fathom coming back from the Wii U and then transitioning into the Switch? Like, how in the world do you go from the Wii U to the Switch? How do you go from your biggest failure of a console to your biggest success of a console? How do you go from barely selling software on a console to selling so much software that you're just breaking records with each release? I for one, I can't understand it. I don't know how they did it. I know how they did it. I'm gonna take that one back. We know how they did it. We know how they did it. But for them to actually do it the way they did is just, it is insane. So we're going to go over this list because this list is very, very, very interesting. And I think y'all going to like a lot of stuff that's on here. And it's going to be some surprise shit on here. Like, it's some stuff that, you know, I didn't really think did that well, but apparently it did. So, I'm trying to get this thing set for y'all so we can talk about this, but this thing is acting stupid on me. So, if you was wondering about a certain Nintendo title and wondering how it did, I think you're about to find out, because these numbers here are so ridiculous. This is like record numbers for a lot of franchises. I mean, record numbers. And we have to go over this. So, now, obviously this is the top of the list, but we're going to go to the bottom. So, I have to scroll this list all the way to the bottom to get to 72 here. It's a lot. All right, so let me line this up. Can I line this up? All right, there we go. We lined it up. So, as you can see, 72 exclusive first-party games for Nintendo Switch have sold 1 million copies or way more. So, this really puts a lot of stuff in perspective. Obviously, 72, we have Bayonetta 3, which has over 1 million. Mario vs. Donkey Kong at over 1 million. I didn't even know people bought that game. See, it's stuff like that that just surprises you. It's stuff like that that surprises you because I didn't even think people bought that game, but apparently they did. So then we got Game Builder Garage. I don't even know what the fuck that is. Does anybody know what that is? Because I have no clue on what that is. Like, I don't know what that is. Somebody has to fill me in on that one. What the hell is Game Builder Garage? Anybody? Because I don't know what that is. I have no clue here. All right, Princess Peach Showtime, 1.2 million. That's actually surprising there. I thought that game barely hit 1 million. Bayonetta 2, 1.2 million. Bayonetta 1, 1.2 million. That came as a... That's kind of interesting that it's a 10,000 difference on that. But it's probably higher than that. And the date you see in the corner is the last time the game got updated for Nintendo sales. So this 1.2 million is for quarter 4 of 2022. So we can safely say that it's probably well more than that right now. Brain Age training for Switch, 1.2 million. Astral Chain at 65, 1.3 million. I'm pretty sure that's higher than that. WarioWare Get Together, Metroid Prime Remastered. And that last time that was updated was quarter 2 of 2023. Nintendo Labo, I don't know why 1.4 million of you idiots bought that garbage. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, 1.6 million. Very good game, very underrated game. Fire Emblem Engage, 1.6 million. Mario Kart Live Home Circuit, 1.7 million. Y'all actually bought that? Like, see, this is where it's getting surprising to me. Like, y'all actually bought that? That shit looks so boring. That's so boring. Miitopia, 1.7 million. Luigi's Mansion 2 HD, 1.8. That was a good debut for Luigi's Mansion 2. Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe, 1.8. Mario Luigi Brothership, 1.8. Okay, y'all showed up for Mario Luigi Brothership. Can't say too much bad things about that. Octopath Traveler, 1.9. Damn, that almost sold 2 million. When was that last updated? Quarter 4 2020. Okay, it probably sold 2 million already. And we got Xenoblade Chronicles 3, 1.9. Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, 1.9. That hasn't been updated since the middle of 2023, so that's probably over 2 million now. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team, Pokken Tournament DX. I keep forgetting that's even on Switch. That's crazy. 2 million of that. Paper Mario 1,000 Year Door, 2 million showing up. Debuting and showing up. That's crazy. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, 2.3. New Pokemon Snap, 2.4. Pikmin 3 Deluxe, 2.4. Mario Golf Super Rush. Mario Strikers Battle League. And I thought y'all hated Mario Strikers this game. Apparently, y'all didn't hate it enough. ARMS, 2.7 million. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is 2.7. Metroid Dread with that big 3 million. I'm very happy about that, but that hasn't been updated since 2022 either. So that's probably way higher than that. Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, my favorite Warriors game out of Nintendo IPs, 3 million. Super Mario RPG, 3.3. Yoshi's Crafted World, 3.3. Now we're down by the 40s, and we're already saying to sell 1 million is already crazy. But when you start to get to the the 2s and the 3s, it's like that's so overly successful for a team and a developer is crazy. But to see that Yoshi's Crafted World actually got to 3 million is insane. Paper Mario the Origami King, 3 million. Pikmin 4, 3.5. 1-2 Switch. I have never played that, and I don't know why anybody want to play that, but 3.7. Echoes of Wisdom debuts basically at 3.9 million, 4 million basically. So I think that's good. Some people tried to say that underperformed, and I don't agree with that. It was a 2D Zelda game. I don't know why people expected Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom sales out of a 2D Zelda game. It's just not going to happen. 2D Zelda has a smaller audience than, the full-fledged main feature Zelda games. Fire Emblem Three Houses, the game that's close to my heart, 4 million right there. Skyward Sword HD, 4 million of y'all bought Skyward Sword again. I have no words. Kirby Star Allies 4.3, Mario Tennis Aces. I have no idea how the hell did Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze sell 4.6 million. This game, I don't know how. Like, okay, Clubhouse Games 51 Worldwide Classics. I actually have that game, and it's fire. Especially when you want to whoop people's ass in your household. 4.6 million. Super Mario Party Jamboree debuted with 6.1 million. I'm so tired of Super Mario Party. I'm tired of Mario Party. I don't know how y'all still buying the shit. I'm like, who is still buying Mario Party? Like, who's still buying Mario Party? Like, I don't know. Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, 6.6. Kirby and the Forgotten Land, a big 7 million for Kirby and the Forgotten Land. I'm actually shocked by that. I didn't think that many people like Kirby, because I fucking hate Kirby. I think he's whack as hell. Yeah, I don't like Kirby. Surprise. Super Mario Maker 2, a big 8.4. Super Mario 3D All-Stars, 9 million. I'm not surprised by that. Splatoon 3 finally becoming a killer app franchise. Once you get into this 10 million range, you become solidified as a killer app franchise in this industry. And Splatoon has they made it. You know what I mean? They got one game at 11 million, the other game at 13 million, and that's pretty impressive for a game that was a franchise that's really, really new. Mario Party Superstars sold 12 million. Super Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury, 13 million. I already told you Splatoon 2, 13 million. Luigi's Mansion 3 was a surprise one, damn near 15 million. We could just go ahead and call that 15 million. That's wild. That's wild for Luigi's Mansion. Pokemon Legend Arceus, 15 million. Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Charlotte Pearl, 15 million. Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, 15 million. Y'all love y'all fucking Pokemon, don't y'all? No matter how trash it is, y'all love y'all Pokemans. After Sword and Shield, I was done with Pokemon. Until Pokemon makes a generational leap and mimics more of Monster Hunter and other open world games that kind of is like Monster Hunter Stories. Monster Hunter Stories is basically Pokemon. That's basically what it is if you played that game. So it's just no excuse for Pokemon to be in the state it's in. After I got tricked with flat grass and N64 fucking trees on Pokemon Sword and Shield, I was done with Pokemon until they made a generational leap. I'm not doing it anymore, but apparently y'all not done. Y'all just eat whatever Game Freak give you. 15 million, 15 million, 15 million. Ring Fit Adventure, 15 million. I have not even played that game. I haven't even seen nobody with that game in their collection. So who is buying this damn game? I don't know. Super Mario Brothers Wonder, 15 million. That's really impressive. That game is only 1 year old. Nintendo Switch Sports, 15 million. Super Mario Brothers U Deluxe, 18 million. Super Mario Party, 21 million. The greatest game of all time, the GOAT. Tears of the Kingdom, 21 million. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, Pokemon Sword and Shield, both at 26 million. The Pokemon fan base just shows the fuck up. They just don't care. For both games to be that even is crazy. Both at 26 million. That's insane. Super Mario Odyssey, 29 million. It's insane for a Mario game to actually be able, the 3D Mario game to actually sell 30 million copies. That's fucking ridiculous. Breath of the Wild, 32 million. Smash Ultimate, 35 million. And now we have the top two, which is probably the I'm not even gonna say probably, which is the most shocking of all Switch software. Is Animal Crossing New Horizons at 47 million copies? Like, Animal Crossing almost sold 1 million last quarter for Christmas. What is it about Animal Crossing that has y'all hooked? Because Animal Crossing is in the same boat as Kirby to me. I don't like it. I think it's whack as fuck. I despise Animal Crossing more than I despise Kirby. I don't know what it is. Y'all are addicted to Animal Crossing. And I think Animal Crossing appeals to so much more casual people that it's kind of insane. But obviously we got number one, which is Mario Kart 8, selling 67 fucking million copies. It's asinine that Mario Kart 8 sold 67 million copies. If you would have told me back in 2017, right before the Switch launch, that Mario Kart was going to collectively sell 75 million copies, I would have thought you were crazy. Now, don't get me wrong, Mario Kart 8 is a damn good game. It's the best Mario Kart game to date as of right now. And it's so well crafted. It's almost like the perfect racing game. But 67 million on one console is fucking ridiculous. I don't think, and I might have to Google that real quick, I don't think an exclusive game has ever sold that much on one console. Of course, we had Grand Theft Auto sell in this range, I think a couple of times. But I don't think that was only on one console. That's obviously collectively across multiple platforms. To sell 67 million on one platform is insane. Insane, bro. That is just, I don't think y'all are taking this in. Like, it's already hard to get a game to a million sold. It's even harder to get it past 1 million to the 3 million mark. Then we hit the 15 million mark. I mean, the 5 million mark, then the 10 million mark. So let's put this in perspective for you guys. Switch has 10 games that have sold 20 million or more. 10 games on Switch has sold 20 million copies or more. Then we can just take it back a little bit more. Switch has 21 games that has sold over 10 million copies. 21. And I'm pretty sure, let's say 22, because that's Super Mario 3D All-Stars. That was Q1 of 2021. We're 4 years later. That shit already, it's at 10 million now. 22 games have sold over 10 million. You would be lucky to even get 2 games to sell 20 million on a PlayStation or Xbox console. But the Switch has 22 games that have sold over 10 million copies, which is just absurd. It's absurd. And judging by this, one thing we can definitely say for sure, after going through that whole thing, after going through all of that, and and how that worked, there's definitely one thing we can say. Every Nintendo franchise received a significant boost on Nintendo Switch. After some of them doing their absolute worst on the Wii U, they all received a significant boost on the Nintendo Switch, which is absolutely insane. And I think we can go ahead and say this other thing about this situation. And I have to bring it back up one more time. I think we can go ahead and say, without a shadow of a doubt, as of today, that Nintendo's biggest franchise is now Mario Kart and The Legend of Zelda. I think we can officially say that Zelda is the number one franchise. Zelda has overtaken Mario. Now, we know Mario does a lot of fucking things, but I don't group Mario in all his adventures, not adventures, all his sports antics, all as into one, like the 3D games. But to say Link and Zelda has eclipsed 3D Mario is insane. It has at this point. Like, they put, what was it, 6 Zelda games on this system, and the sales are just ridiculous. It's just, at this point, the top 2 franchises is for Nintendo, but the face of the company, I ain't gonna say the face, the franchise player for Nintendo now is Link. It's Zelda and it's Mario Kart now. When 3D Mario used to always be the driving force and at the top of the list for the best selling software on every Nintendo platform, outside of the handhelds, obviously, it's now Zelda and Mario Kart. And of course 3D Mario is not doing bad at all. I mean, 30 million sold. I mean, the 30 million, 20 million, 20 million, 20. We see Super Mario Brothers Wonder, Mario Brothers Deluxe, Super Mario Odyssey. I mean, it's absolutely insane. If you had to pick, and this is why I say Nintendo has the greatest first party line about any console of any of the big 3 or the big 4, since we heard Valve is trying to usher their whack asses in there for some reason. Out of everybody, Nintendo's starting 5, if they put together a starting 5 for a team, it's Zelda, it's Mario, it's Pokemon. God damn, there's so much Pokemon on here. I gotta go down. Shit. Oh, Splatoon. So what's that for? What? Mario, Zelda, Pokemon, Splatoon. Damn, it's more Zelda, more Mario. I don't know who I can give that 5th slot to. Like, okay, I'll say Smash Brothers. That's their starting 5. You can't ignore Smash. Smash is always going to be. Smash is the best-selling fighting game of all time. So that's their starting 5. I mean, of course, I kind of overlooked Mario Kart, but Smash is definitely its own thing. Well, I'm gonna put it to you like this: Mario Kart has basically become Smash Brothers for racing. That's basically what it is. It's the first time we actually seen characters outside of the Mushroom Kingdom in the Mario universe actually invade Mario Kart. You know what I mean? For the first time, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be the standard going forward. So Mario Kart is basically Smash Brothers on wheels. That's what it is. So Nintendo starting 5 franchises is Mario Kart, Smash, Zelda, Pokemon, and I guess you gotta say Splatoon at this point. I I think Animal Crossing is a fluke, so I'm not even counting Animal Crossing. I think that was a fluke. Just like what was it? Just like Wii Fit was a fluke on the Wii. They couldn't replicate that again. I think Animal Crossing is a fluke. I think it just benefited from COVID, and people just found something interesting enough to play and just do with their time. So when Animal Crossing comes out again, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I think Animal Crossing was a fluke. It benefited from the time period it released in. I don't. As in the other suspects, they've always showed up as the best sellers. Mario Kart always showed up. Mario 3D Mario always showed up. Zelda always showed up. Pokemon always showed up. Splatoon has proven itself on 2 platforms now. I just think Animal Crossing was a fluke. It came out at the right place at the right time, and people were just interested just because there was nothing else to fucking do. You was locked in your house. So that's what I think that one's about. Oh man, we got another mic enthusiast that just entered the live stream already. So I'm not counting Animal Crossing. I think that was a fluke. They have to prove it to me. They have to prove it to me. Cause I don't think Animal Crossing is gonna be able to do that again. I don't think so. Yeah, I know Animal Crossing New Leaf. What was it? It was called New Leaf or some shit on 3DS. Or was it DS or 3DS? One of the two. But that's not 45 million. 45 million copies of a game is a lot. It's a lot, man. So, yeah, I had to give love to the OG Switch, the Switch 1, before we talk about Switch 2, because those are some crazy milestones, and I can't overlook that. I have to sit up here and tell y'all about it, you know, especially with, you know, the sad face Sony fanboy peasant on the screen, as you can see, because, you know, they don't want to talk about stuff like that. They want to just ignore stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? But as soon as Horizon Zero Awards sells 10 million, you can't stop hearing about that shit. And it sold 10 million because it had a price drop. But anyway, we're going to have to move it on along. We're going to have to move it on along, and it's time to talk about the Switch 2. It's time to talk about the Switch 2. And it's time to talk about the main thing about the Switch 2. It's time to talk about what's going to happen on April 2nd. It's time to talk about that. So, if you was under a rock today and you didn't know what happened, pretty much basically what went down is Nintendo decided they was going to tweet earlier this morning, and say, you know what? Here's a little bit more details about April 2nd. And this is what they said in their tweet about the Nintendo Switch 2 presentation on April 2nd. And I'm going to pull it up here real quick. Damn, I just had it. How did I lose this shit? Boy, I tell you, bro, I tell you. And they just gave out some new details. It wasn't a lot, but I think it was significant, and I think there's some underlining messages behind it. So basically they said, join us on April 2nd at 6 a.m. Pacific time in America for Nintendo Direct Nintendo Switch 2. So the Nintendo Direct is officially called Nintendo Direct Nintendo Switch 2. On April 2nd, we will share a closer look at Nintendo Switch 2. That's what they tweeted out. That's 9 a.m. Eastern time for everybody that's on the best coast in the United States. You know, East Coast, the best coast. So yeah, they tweeted that out this morning, and I thought that was really interesting. I thought that was really interesting that they tweeted that out to let us know that this is going to be early in the morning. They didn't give us a time frame. So with that being said, I think it's one thing that we can address right now about the sheer stupidity, the sheer asinineness that has been going on from, fanboys, the PlayStation flopflation engineers, the PC tech zombies, the fake ass journalism, the digital frauderies out there, all those type of people. Yeah, I'm talking about those type of people. I think it's one thing that they're saying pretty clear here. They didn't talk about no length. They didn't talk about you're going to see software, which I'm pretty sure we are. They said we're going to share a closer look at Nintendo Switch 2. Now, I'm not a genius. I'm not a genius. Even though I am smarter than Elon Musk, though. But I'm not a genius. But if they tweeted out and said we're going to share a closer look at Nintendo Switch 2 without mentioning any software, that pretty much tells me that there must be more about this system that they didn't tell you about when they revealed it the first time. All the people that were saying it's just a bigger Switch, all the people that saying it's just, where's the innovation? All the people saying that Nintendo played it safe. Oh my God, so much stupidity. No, you dumbass ignoramuses. They didn't reveal anything to you because they didn't want you to know it yet. That's the point. It's the same situation that happened with the fucking Switch 1 trailer. So the fact that they went out their way and tweeted this lets me know that we're about to really find out what that new innovative feature of the Nintendo Switch 2 actually is. Keep in mind, as you can see on your screen right now, that right Joy-Con and the C button that we all know got leaked is still in all of their renderings, in all of their pictures, in all of the images they have put out. That C button on that right Joy-Con on the Switch 2 is still edited out. They're still not showing you that. And they're doing that for a fucking reason. They are telling you they're going to give you a closer look at the Switch 2 for a fucking reason, people. Because obviously they didn't show you everything that this system entails. They didn't show you every feature that this system has. And we're finally going to get that. I think on this April 2nd Direct, it's probably going to, I'm not going to say probably, it's going to be the most watched Direct of all time. For sure. No doubt about that. But I think this is probably going to be the longest Direct we ever had in a while. Usually they keep their Directs around 40 minutes, I think. What was the longest Direct ever? Anybody in the chat know what the longest Direct ever was? I want to say it was like 55 minutes. Actual Nintendo Direct, not no Smash Direct or no Fire Emblem Direct, not no Game Pacific Direct, a regular Nintendo Direct. I want to say, I think one was probably 50 minutes to an hour, I think. Something like that. So I think we're going to eclipse this. And I say that because with the new components of this system and the fact that they did not show you the C button, which lets me know that it ties into whatever that new feature is. I don't think the C button is actually the feature, but I think it ties into what the new feature is. And plus, we also got to figure out what's going on with this DLSS technology inside the Switch 2. Because we know they filed a patent for it, so we know it's there. There's no secret about that. It's definitely there. And the fact that we still got to figure out what else this damn thing does. And I want to give my prediction on what that is, but at this point, I don't know. People want to say it's casting to the without the dock. People want to say it's dual screen, which I think would be pretty cool. People are saying more over asinine, crazy shit than that. But at this point, I don't know. I don't know. I think Nintendo has a track record of always taking us off guard and surprising us. Every single time with the system, we never get it right. We never ever predict what that new feature is. We didn't do it with the Wii U, with the Wii with the motion controls. We definitely didn't do it with the Wii U. We had no idea when the 3DS came out and popped out with that glasses free 3D, and we didn't know shit about the NX until they actually showed us what the Switch was. So I think that trend continues. So sitting up here trying to rack my brain, trying to figure out what else they can do, I don't know, because their track record has already shown me I can think of 1,000 fucking ideas, but they'll always hit me with something I never thought of before, and I think that's what's going to happen. Yes, we're going to have that optical system. Yes, we're going to have that mouse functionality in the Joy-Cons because they already teased it in the reveal trailer, and they let y'all see that. So the fact of the matter is that they let y'all see the mouse functionality in the Joy-Cons in the reveal trailer should have already told you there's some bigger shit on the horizon for this system that we don't know. Because they let y'all know that up front. They didn't hide it. They literally displayed it in the reveal trailer. So as great as that feature is and as hype-worthy as that feature is, I ain't worried about that fucking feature right now because they already hinted and directly showed you that. But the fact of the matter is that they keep hiding that C button in every render they make of the Switch 2. And the fact of the matter is that it has a built-in microphone. And the fact of the matter is that it has 2 USB ports, one on the top, one on the bottom. Your mind starts swirling with all the possibilities. And I just don't have any idea. And I'm just going to go in and not predict this anymore because I got it wrong with the Wii, just like everybody else did. I got it wrong with the Wii U, just like everybody else did. I got it wrong with the 3DS, just like everybody else did. And I got it wrong with the Switch, just like everybody else did. So the fact of the matter is, anybody trying to predict anything right now today, it's not going to come to fruition because I guarantee you are going to get it wrong. And I'm expecting to be pleasantly fucking surprised because that's how they have gotten us the last 4 to 5 consoles. Pleasantly surprised. Something we have never thought about ever before when it comes to a gaming console. So I think we're still going to get that. That's their MO. That's the way they talk. That's the way they built. That's the way they've been operating. So even though you can't really think about like what more possibly can you do? You know, what more possibly can you do than what you've already done? But I think we're gonna be pleasantly surprised. Now, I can't predict games for Switch 2. I think I could predict that. I think I could predict what companies might show up on the Switch 2 Nintendo Direct. I think I can do that. And I think the reason I can do that is for a very, very simple reason. It's for a very, very simple reason. Because we just keep having people. I ain't gonna say people. We just keep having. Companies come out and keep commenting about Switch 2. First it was Ubisoft, then it was a bunch of other indie developers, and then Microsoft came, well, I ain't gonna say Microsoft, Phil Spencer came out himself and made all those nice comments about Switch 2, and now here we are, once again, another company comes out, talks about Switch 2 in a very, very positive light. And this time it has been EA of all people. EA of all companies. And EA had some very interesting things to say when it relates to Switch 2. And I will go ahead and read this for you here. And it states, EA CEO expects FC, which is football club, and Madden games might find real energy on Switch 2. Now I'm not crazy, right? But I don't think people realize how long Madden has not been on the Nintendo platform. As a matter of fact, I don't think anybody can really... Can anybody in the chat right now tell me what was the last time Madden appeared on a Nintendo console? I didn't think anybody could, because it was that long fucking ago. So this is what they had to say. EA CEO Andrew Wilson had this to say about Switch 2. Anytime a new console comes into the marketplace, that's a benefit to us. It gives us the ability to access and acquire new players. Typically, we've had franchises perform very well on Nintendo platforms, and they have. Certainly, our expectation is that our products like Football Club FC and Madden and others might find real energy on the platform, as they have done in the past. And I'm in that quote right there. Now, what's so funny about him saying that is the amount of hoops and lies that EA did from the Wii era to the Wii U era about Nintendo hardware and Nintendo fans, to only come now to 2025 and completely do a 180-degree turn is completely hilarious to me. On the Wii, we got watered-down versions of their sports games. It was this all-play bullshit that they wanted to do for some reason. And most of the time, that shit sometimes sold better than the PS3 and the 360 counterparts. I know Madden did. I know for sure Tiger Woods did. Tiger Woods made them a lot of money in the Wii era. But we still got shitted on by EA when it came to other games. Then the Wii U came. And they did show some support in the beginning, and that was the last time Madden graced a Nintendo platform. Was Madden on Wii U. Madden was there during launch because I bought it. I remember because I bought a Wii U at launch. And after that launch, Madden, we never seen Madden ever again. It was done. It was over with. It was capiche. It was done. It was a put a fork in it. It was over. And during that Wii U era, we got a lot of excuses about the games can't run and the engine can't run and all this other bullshit. Then the Switch came out, and EA repeated gargled the same garbage they were saying on Wii U. And then, somehow FIFA showed up on Switch, but it was running the last gen version. And then when they got tired of doing the last gen version, then magically out of nowhere, out of thin air, their Frostbite engine started working on Switch. And then they started selling FIFA, which then turned into EA Football Club. Then something crazy happened. The Switch version started to outsell the other versions. And then all of a sudden, EA gets a change of heart. EA wants to do more things. But more games didn't come to Switch, even though they wanted to do more. A lot of games still didn't come to Switch, and they was moving on to PS5 and Xbox Series anyway. So we didn't really get to see much more of EA games. But this time around, before the Switch 2 is even fully revealed, EA comes out right after the Nintendo Switch leak, which the Nintendo Switch leak leaked a lot of games coming up for Nintendo Switch. They didn't leak the actual titles of the games, but the publishers that are publishing games on Nintendo Switch 2 that did leak to a lot of retailers, and EA was on the list. And if y'all seen that live stream when I did, there was 4 EA games that was on that list that got leaked. And lo and behold, a little bit over a month later, EA CEO comes out and basically confirms that Nintendo Switch 2 will give EA Games a lot of energy. And he specifically names Football Club, which I'm not surprised because the Switch version was doing so many big numbers. But then he names Madden, a game we haven't seen in over a fucking decade. Now, like I said, I was telling you, I'm not a genius, but this is the third time this has happened ever since the Nintendo Switch 2 games leak has happened. And I think I still have that list, and I want to bring it for reference to y'all. I think I can bring that back up. But this is the third time this has happened. First, it was Ubisoft who said something. Then it was Phil Spencer who said something. Now it's EA who said something. All, saying certain things, but not, they're confirming support, but they're not naming actual games. But the funny part about this whole situation is that we already know. A lot of this stuff is already, we already know how many games you're bringing, my guy. Like, that has already leaked. We know that already, but I guess they just don't. I guess Nintendo has a gag order on them or something. That's what I assume. That's what's going on, but yeah. So we already have this game, so I'm gonna bring it back up again, and I think y'all can see that. Hold on, let me zoom in one more time. Damn, that's a little bit too goddamn zoomy. But okay, well, at least y'all can see it way better now. But anyway, as you can see, Electronic Arts is on there 3 times. My bad, it was 3 games. As you can see, these are the leaked placeholders for games that showed up for pre-order on Nintendo Switch for retailers. And it's 3 EA games. And I bring this up because this list was put out before Phil Spencer made a comment about Xbox games coming to Nintendo Switch. As you can see, Bethesda is there 2 times. And Ubisoft made a comment about their games coming. And now EA is making a comment. And we seen right here on the list, EA is up here 3 times. So I bring this up because I think we can pretty much guarantee that this list is actually factual. And if this list is actually factual, it kind of backs up what I've been saying from the beginning, ever since Switch 2 was revealed. Oh, no, from the beginning, ever since Switch 2 first leak happened. And that is, when it comes to Nintendo Switch 2 power and specs, I think we can now double bury the asinine shit about Switch 2 being a PS4. Simply because we have Phil Spencer literally saying that Xbox games are coming not only to PlayStation, but they're coming to Switch as well. Flat out saying it. We had Ubisoft literally busting a nut over Twitter when Switch 2 got revealed. So that pretty much told you all their games are coming. And now we have EA telling you they're supporting Switch 2 and then telling you the games. So I don't know, man. The Switch 2 is a PS4. That crowd is, y'all ain't looking too good right now. Y'all not looking too good because I can tell you this for sure that for them to name Madden is crazy because they could have been putting Madden on Nintendo Switch. I mean, they could have just put the Xbox One version on Nintendo Switch and just been done with it. They could have done that very easily, but they didn't do that. because obviously they're lazy. They didn't want to optimize. I assume they didn't want to optimize for it. So, or they just felt like it wasn't going to sell and didn't want to put out the money for it. But before the Switch 2 was even revealed, they're telling you Madden is going to be on there. You know, they tell you Madden's going to be on there. And Phil Spencer is telling you that all the Xbox games are going to be on there. And the rumored ones, Forza Horizon 5 and Starfield, a bunch of other stuff. Then we got Assassin's Creed Shadows got rumored. Then we have Metal Gear Solid Delta. Then we have, matter of fact, I think I could go through the whole list. Let me go through the whole list here, because I think I think this power and specs debate for Nintendo Switch 2, I think we could finally kind of put it to rest, like officially put it to rest, because I don't think this is a debate anymore. I think it's pretty much fucking factual by now. But, you know, I have to reiterate this for, you know, the PC tech zombies and, you know, the fake ass PlayStation flopflation engineers, because, you know, they seem to not be getting it. But every time we get news, it keeps telling you the contrary. So I just gonna have to just go ahead and go through this list here, because I think that's the best thing to do. So this is literally what I'm about to list to you is literally every single solitary Nintendo Switch 2 game that has been rumored or leaked. Every single solitary one. And I'm going to start. This is a long ass list, by the way. So, number 1, Astro Chain 2. Metal Gear Solid Delta. Final Fantasy Remake. Final Fantasy Rebirth. Microsoft Flight Simulator. Doom the Dark Ages. Starfield. Tekken 8. Monster Hunter Wilds. Ninja Gaiden 4. Fable. That's a new rumor that just came out this week. Elden Ring. Elden Ring or Elden Ring Night Rain. One or the other. Grand Theft Auto 6. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Assassin's Creed Shadows. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Black Ops 6. Forza Horizon 5. Halo the Master Chief Collection. Diablo 4. Red Dead Redemption 2. Alan Wake 2. Metaphor Revantasio. EA Football Club 25. Which EA just said. EA College Football. Madden. Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Cyberpunk 2077. And Resident Evil. Now, the leak in the room about Resident Evil just says Resident Evil. We don't know what Resident Evil that is. So, out of every single solitary leaked or rumored Switch 2 game, I can literally count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think this is about 20 something games, about 20 to 30 games. Out of 20 to 30 rumored Switch 2 games, 6 of them are games that originated on the PS4 or Xbox One. I'm going to say that again so y'all can get that. Out of the 20 to 30 games rumored or leaked for the Nintendo Switch 2, only 6 of them are games that originated on the PS4/Xbox One console. So, with that information, right? With that information, I think it's simple mathematics at this point that it's really hard pressed for me to really. The math ain't really mathing. Do y'all get me, PC Tech Zombies? PlayStation peasants? Naysayers? The math ain't mathing for me. Out of all those leaked and rumored games, barely a quarter of them are games that originated on the PS4 and Xbox One. So the math is just not telling me that this is a PS4. The math is kind of telling me this is well beyond a PS4. All those games that are not on PS4 and Xbox One, they're never going to release on PS4 and Xbox One. Can y'all tell me why Metal Gear Solid Delta is not on PS4? Why Final Fantasy Rebirth is not on PS4? Why Doom and Dark Ages is not releasing on there? Why Starfield is not releasing on there? Why Monster Hunter Wilds is not releasing on there? Why Ninja Gaiden 4 is not releasing on there? Why Fable is not releasing on there? Why isn't Grand Theft Auto 6 releasing on the PS4? Why isn't Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, Assassin's Creed Shadows, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, Alan Wake 2? Why are a lot of these games that are rumored for the Nintendo Switch 2, why have they not been released on the PS4? But as you can see from certain third parties actually confirming these games are coming out of their own mouths, why are they coming to Switch 2, but they're not releasing on PS4 and Xbox One? Oh man, I mean it's getting hard. The math ain't in y'all favor right now. The math is not in y'all motherfucking favor right now. It's getting hard to really make that asinine argument anymore. I mean, what's the old saying they say back in the day? What grandma and grandpa used to say to you? If it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it's a fucking duck. If it leaks like a current gen console and it rumors like a current gen console, guess what the fucking Switch 2 is? A current gen console. It ain't a fucking PS4. So it's hard for me to believe how y'all come up to this conclusion that this thing is only as powerful as a PS4 when, number one, it has technology the PS4 does not have. DLSS, micro SD Express. We already know that part. It has better specs than the PS4 and definitely the Xbox One. And it has games that the PS4 and the Xbox One ain't getting. As a matter of fact, it's getting new releases that are releasing on the PS5 and the Xbox Series consoles. So when you put all that together and you just do simple 1 + 1 and 2 + 2 math equations here, how the fuck do you get a PS4? Where in your math and your equation and all the information that you have received from the horse's mouth, not from what you received from digital fraudery, not from what you received from the fucking Reddit online, not from what you received from the inflation engineers on fucking X and Twitter, not what you received in your whack-ass Facebook group or your friend circle, from all the information that you have received from the horse's mouth, being Nintendo filing a DLSS patent with the U.S. Patent Exchange, being the comments Phil Spencer's made, being the comments that Ubisoft made, being the comments EA has now made, being the press release and the acknowledgement of Samsung creating the micro SD Express technology for a certain partner that they didn't disclose. Now we know Switch 2 uses it. Being with all the information that you have gotten from the horse's mouth, from the companies themselves, y'all have to tell me how in your equation, in your little pea-body asinine brain, have you come to conclusion of a PS4? Because I want to know. Because to me, the math ain't math. To me, it's remedial as fuck. To me, it's given stupidity. It's given scared. It's given hateration, like Mary J. Blige would say. Because with all the information that you have, it ain't making any fucking sense. So with that being said, man, enough of the PS4 comparisons. Enough of trying to downplay what this system is going to be. Oh, I know y'all have been a lot more quieter this last 2 weeks than y'all have at the beginning of the year, because y'all had a whole lot to fucking say before the reveal trailer came out. Y'all had a whole lot to say during December. But over these last couple of weeks, I've been hearing whispers. It's been getting real fucking quiet over there. Y'all ain't beating that chest anymore. I'm not seeing a lot of Switch 2 can't run this or Switch 2 won't run that. I'm not seeing a lot of that shit now. It seems like these games leaks have broke y'all confidence. It seems like these games leaks, I'm gonna say these games leaks. It seems like these CEOs of these third-party companies have broken your will to continue to regurgitate your asinine bullshit. I'm just saying, with all the information that has come from the source itself, please explain to me your equation and your math that you came up with a PS4. Because I think today, I think we kind of can really dead this seriously. We can close the fucking casket, lower it into the ground, and put the concrete slab on top. I think we're totally done with this at this point. I mean, every Nintendo Switch rumor, I ain't gonna say rumor, every Nintendo Switch leak has pretty much lined up. Most of it has been accurate. The only thing that has not been accurate with Nintendo Switch leaks is all the fucking fabrication and bullshit that y'all have put on top of the leaked information we have gotten. So I just don't get it. I don't understand why y'all want this system to be so weak. I don't understand, what are you afraid of? That is my question to you PC tech zombies, bro. What are you afraid of? Why do you spend all of your time worrying about what we think how strong our system will be? Because according to y'all gaming on the greatest platform ever. You have nothing to worry about. You're the master race, but you're worrying about what the fuck is going on over here. All the time, every day, you're worried about what's going on over here on the console side. Why? You're not in love with your significant other anymore? Your PC is not supplying you? Your PC is not satisfying you anymore? Is that what it is? Because I want to know, why are you always up in console fucking business when you got your lovely fucking Master Race PC? That's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure that shit out. Do y'all even game? Because every time I see y'all talking about how people can't enjoy games because it's 30 frames per second, or you playing on low settings. Get the fuck out. What the fuck is that? Get out of here. Why y'all always in console business? If you are gaming on the best thing on the planet, I don't get it. You should never want to subject yourself to less quality if you already got the top quality. You ain't gonna see nobody driving a Lamborghini hop on the motherfucking bus in the city. They ain't hopping on the city bus. So why, if you driving a Lamborghini, supposedly, of gaming, why y'all back here with us fucking with the console guys? Why y'all so worried about what we're doing over here? I think it's simply put that y'all are full of shit. All you PC gamers are full of shit. It ain't really peaches and cream over there. It's not really great over there where you at. I don't think y'all really enjoy having to update y'all hardware all the fucking time. I don't think y'all really enjoy paying $2,000 for a fucking graphics card. Y'all don't really enjoy that shit. Y'all don't. Y'all always worry about what's going on in the console space, but I think the real problem is, I'm gonna give y'all the truth. I'm gonna give you the heel truth and nothing but the heel truth will help you fucking God on why these PlayStation peasants, these flopflation fucking fake engineers, why they can't stand the Switch 2 existence. And I'm gonna give you the reason right now why PC tech zombies can't stand the Switch 2's existence. It's pretty much easily like this. It's this simple when it comes to the PC guys. Number one, their excuse for emulating games is dead. Once the Switch 2 releases, their excuse for emulation is dead. And yes, I said excuse because that's the excuse they always do. It's about game preservation. No, motherfucker, it's not. It's never been about game preservation to you. Never. But the biggest excuse about emulation is going to be dead. That's number one. And number two, why that would be dead is the number two reason. I don't think they like the idea of a console having DLSS technology because it's been exclusive to a PC for so long. Not so long, but it's been exclusive to PC ever since it came out. So to have that technology into a console, it renders two things irrelevant for the PC gamer. It doesn't justify the price of their rigs, and it doesn't justify the price of PC gaming anymore. Because if you have DLSS technology in your gaming console, which they refuse to really tell console gamers what DLSS really does. But you can easily find out. Just go to NVIDIA YouTube. They have tons of DLSS videos. They're all 2 minutes to 5 minutes apiece. You will learn everything about it. They don't really want to tell you what DLSS does because it will render their PCs irrelevant to a console gamer. DLSS, it increases the resolution and bumps the frame rate of your games. What is the PC gamer's main argument point all the fucking time? Image quality and frame rate. So once you have a console that can consistently and effortlessly continue to put out in-game performance 60 frames per second or higher consistently almost every game, what is the point of buying a PC anymore? What is the point of you arguing with us anymore? If we have a console that can consistently put out high quality, great image quality for literally almost every game, what is the point of buying a PC to game anymore? What is the fucking point of you chastising console gamers anymore? Y'all have no ground anymore. Oh, and that also plays in the emulation situation where you always say, oh, I'd rather play my emulate my games at high performances. Well, DLSS is going to take that. DLSS is going to take care of that for us. We're good. So now, the impressive technology that could in the Switch 2 absolutely rendered PC gaming irrelevant. Because ain't no point. It ain't like y'all got any exclusives over there. You ain't got no exclusives over there. We damn sure ain't buying a $2,000 fucking PC to go play exclusives. It ain't like you really own shit over there. It's fucking Steam. You download your shit. Ain't no physical games ownership. So why the fuck would anybody even think about PC gaming at this point? If we get the better games and we get more games to you, and your whole argument point about resolution and frame rate is now obsolete, you have no fucking ground to stand on anymore. You can't talk about you running at this. You can't talk about you playing a game at 1080p and 4K anymore. You can't talk about your game running at a consistent 60 frames per second anymore. You're done. Your whole argument is done. It's over with. You can't even... I know it burns y'all to y'all fucking core that a Nintendo console of all things is going to render your whole existence of your master race irrelevant. It burns y'all to the core, and it's hilarious to see y'all flip-flop back and forth over this last few weeks about how DLSS is not this magical thing. DLSS is not this magical bullet. It's not black magic. It's not dark magic. But then you turn around when DLSS 4 is announced, y'all jizzed all over the fucking internet about DLSS 4. So it's like, is DLSS trash? Or is it not trash? Or is it only trash because it's only trash on the Nintendo console, but it's not trash on PC, even though the technology works exactly the same because it's made by the exact same fucking company, NVIDIA. Y'all are fucking pathetic. And I'm going to enjoy these 8 years of y'all having no ground to stand on. Because honestly, you didn't have really ground to stand on in the first fucking place, because who plays games just to experience high frame rates? We play games for way bigger reasons than that. But the fact that y'all own argument is being taken away from you by fucking Nintendo of all people is so fucking savory. It's like barbecue fucking chicken on a summer fucking picnic. It's like grilling out on a field of fresh fucking grass in the summer. It's gonna taste so goddamn good. Because what are you gonna argue about now? You gonna argue about you spend more to game? That's gonna be a high stance. That's gonna be the PC tech zombie stance now. You gonna brag about paying more to game? Were we gonna pay less? What fictional facade of a ground are you gonna stand on now? When you don't have your resolution argument to stand on anymore, when you don't have your frame rate argument to stand on anymore, what are you gonna stand on now? Your emulation excuse is gone. Because we'll be playing high resolution, high frame rates of older games on Switch too. So now we can finally expose y'all for what the fuck y'all really are. Pirates. Y'all are pirates. All you emulators are pirates. That's exactly what y'all are. Y'all are thieves. Y'all are five-finger discount bitches. That's exactly what the fuck y'all are, and y'all gonna be exposed for that. Because y'all not gonna stop emulation. Y'all not gonna stop emulating your games. When the Switch 2 comes out, you're still gonna do it. Why? Because it wasn't about game preservation anymore. It wasn't about playing your games at higher frame rates and higher resolutions. It was about you just wanting to steal shit. That's what it was about, because you feel free and entitled on the PC platform. But it's going to be wonderful watching y'all scramble. It's going to be wonderful watching y'all scraping and scrambling for shit like Diddy to hold over console gamers' heads, because y'all gonna have no leeway anymore. Y'all have no room to talk of any leverage anymore. It's going to completely be gone, and Nintendo is the one that took it from you. How the fuck does that feel? Oh, I know that hurts. I know you can't talk about your max settings anymore. You can't talk about your 120 frames per second frame rate anymore. I know that's going to hurt y'all fucking soul, because we're going to have it too. We're gonna have it too. So your whole argument that you built up over the last decade and a half is dead. That's why those PC tech zombies can't stand this console. That's why they want it to be fucking weak. But it's too late for that. Now on to these PlayStation peasants and fanboys. Their fear is a little bit more when it comes to Switch 2. Their fear of Switch 2 comes a little bit more validated, if I can say validated. If I can use a validated word, I don't know. I think that's the wrong word probably, but I say their fear is a little bit more validated. It's simply because it's simple like this. We have never seen since the GameCube a system from Nintendo that really punches on the power scale, meaning the power difference is going to be so minimum it's not even going to matter. So, but it's been since the GameCube that Nintendo has actually had an advantage when it comes to actual hardware, which the Switch 2 will have because it has DLSS technology, which is superior to the technology that's in the PS5, which is superior to the technology PSSR, which is in the PS5 Pro. The sole reason why Sony put out the PS5 Pro, by the way. But yeah, not only that's going to bother them, but what's really going to bother them, we're going to take away their main argument point that they have about Nintendo consoles, that they've had about Nintendo consoles for the last three Nintendo systems. And that's the third party argument. They no longer can talk about having Nintendo consoles having inferior third party ports. They no longer can say that Switch is not going to have that or Switch can't run that. They're never going to have the chance to say, I pick a PlayStation because I can get all my multiplats and play them. To take that argument away from them completely is going to be so goddamn satisfying. Because it's always been about the exclusive content when it comes to a console. That's what makes a console's worth. And I think all fan bases know that, but man, they just gotta find something to try to justify their asinine and biased take. So when their own argument is taken from them, it's going to be so lovely seeing them flip-flopping around like a fucking fish trying to find something else to do. But the really thing that really scares the PlayStation peasant is that, similar to like the PC tech zombies, they're seeing all this courting. They're seeing all this flirting from these third-party companies with the Nintendo Switch 2. They see every single solitary Switch 2 game leak, and every time they see it, I swear to God, I think their heart skips a beat. Because at this point, it's becoming reality, but they don't want to accept it. And I think their biggest fear is that the PlayStation brand and the PlayStation console is going to become irrelevant. It's going to become such an inferior product than the Nintendo console. I think they fear what that looked like. I think they fear what that world would look like. I think they fear what that existence is actually going to look like. Because for so long they could always find a way to justify why buying a PlayStation. But if you really have a Nintendo console with all its exclusive and all its first party games, and you have full-fledged third-party, 100% third-party support, and every game that's on PlayStation or third-party wise is on the Switch too, oh man, that's a hard fucking pill to swallow. At that point, you have to ask yourself, why even play with a PlayStation? Why even buy a PlayStation? If I can get every third-party game the PlayStation has, and I can get a way better exclusive lineup than the PlayStation has, then why the fuck would I care about PlayStation? Oh, the reality is, a lot of motherfuckers are not going to care. That's the reality. That's the reality. That's why I've seen them on social media. I've seen them online. I've seen them in Discord. I've seen them all over, just continuing this hoping and praying and this scared tactic about, oh, Grand Theft Auto 6 will never come to Switch 2. But I got news for you. It's probably going to happen. Oh, Madden will never come to Switch. I got news for you. It's definitely happened. Oh, Perfect Dark and Fable will never. I got news for you. It's definitely happening. So it's like, I can't wait for April the 2nd because I just want to see all the reactions. I want to see all the reactions from the PlayStation fanboys. I want to see all the reactions from the PC Nursel tech zombies. I want to see their reactions because I think it's not going to be as entertaining as I want it to be. Because you know what's going to happen? You know what's going to happen on April 2nd? I'm going to tell you what's going to happen on April 2nd. Everything that has been leaked about the Switch 2 is going to come to fruition. It's all going to be true. This game is going to be running everything that the PS5 and the Xbox Series consoles run. The DLSS technology is going to be fucking impressive. Whatever Nintendo's new innovative feature is going to be absolutely crazy and asinine in a good way. And you know what's going to happen? Silence. It's going to be the most loveliest sound of fucking silence ever. Because they're going to have to find and dig and hope they can find something to complain about on the Nintendo Switch 2. They're going to try to find, mark my fucking words, everybody is watching this stream right now. These PC tech zombies, these flopflation fake-ass PlayStation fanboy engineers, they're going to latch on to the most asinine, minuscule, irrelevant thing to try to downplay the Switch 2. I guarantee you it's going to be something so stupid, so small, so insignificant. They're going to try to latch onto it. Something like battery life or something like price point. Or something like price point for the console or price point for the games. It's going to be something so stupid. Or even they're probably going to go and start attacking the price of Nintendo Switch Online. It's going to be something so small and insignificant. It's going to make your head spin because their ammunition is going to be gone. They're not going to have any goddamn thing left to stand on. And I'm going to enjoy this silence because we've been waiting for this moment for a very, very, very long time. We've been waiting for this moment for a very, very long time. And people, you should have seen it coming. You should have seen it coming. Ever since Nintendo has gotten a new president and the way he's been talking, you should have seen this coming from a mile away. But they didn't want to give it up. They've been on this same rhetoric since the Wii, and it's going to be hard for them to adjust to it. So we're going to see a lot of PlayStation fanboys crash out. We're going to see a lot of PC tech zombies crash out. We're going to see a lot of people lose their fucking marbles because the Nintendo Switch 2 is going to be that shit. That's what we're going to see. And it's going to be fucking beautiful. It's going to be beautiful. Now, my last topic before I have to get up out of here. My last topic is really about Switch 2 price point and what we're not going to talk about the portable PC warriors. They're the PC fanboys as well. They're the tech zombies too. We know them handheld and mobile PCs ain't shit. They're never going to be shit. Nobody's ever going to adopt them. You're going to have your PC people that's going to buy a few of them, and that's going to be it. It's never going to be competition. It ain't competition now. It's not going to be competition when the Switch 2 comes out. It's not going to be competition in the future. It's a dead, irrelevant fucking issue. They need to go ahead and leave it alone. But I think facts already prove it. The Switch has sold 150 million. The Steam Deck, the ROG Ally, the Nintendo Go, none of it put a dent in the Switch. So it's not going to happen now. It's not going to happen later. It's not going to happen in the future. It's a dead fucking issue. But like I was saying, the last time I want to talk about before I get out of here real quick, Nintendo Switch to price point. And I wanted to bring this up because Nintendo president did have a remark about it, about the price point for the Nintendo Switch, but I don't, I thought I saved it, but I didn't save it. So yeah, I messed up on that. My bad, you know what I'm saying? My bad, you know what I'm saying? I messed up on that. But he did say something interesting about how he was going to price the Switch 2. And I want to bring up that quote. I want to bring up that quote so I can read it for y'all. So we can actually read that shit together. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, I think I found it. All right, yeah, I think I found it. Yeah, sure. I found this thing right here. So this is an interesting quote, and this is basically on the back of what I've been saying to a lot of people for a lot of days. I've been saying this for a lot of days, and nobody was listening. But we're gonna go over it today. Bet your ass on that. So yeah, I don't know. I can't pronounce Nintendo's president name. So somebody break that down for me, because I don't know how to pronounce his name. It's too many weird letters together in one. So, you know, Switch 2 price will consider the affordability of customers, expect from Nintendo. But inflation and the exchange rate will also affect the Switch 2's price, says Nintendo's president. Now, he did this after the financials came out about Switch, about Nintendo's, their quarterly financials came out a few days ago, and that's why I got those Switch 1 numbers from the hardware sales and the software sales. He did a Q&A and he said this. This is what he said about the Switch 2 price. So I think this also confirms what I've been saying for a while. Switch 2 price is going to be $400 or $450. He's saying he wants to keep it affordable, but inflation and the exchange rate will also affect the Switch 2 price. Another thing that's lingering overhead is obviously we got the orange burnt Cheeto trying to tariff everybody to fucking death. So we got that situation also going on. So I think it's safe to say Nintendo is they're not going to sell at a loss. It's not happening. They're going to make their fucking money. That's the bottom line. That's basically what he's saying here. But the inflation and exchange rate will also affect the Switch 2 price. He's telling you they're not taking a loss. They're going to get a profit off it. That's number one. Number two, he understands it has to be affordable for the consumer and what people expect from Nintendo. He understands the worldwide market. He understands how everybody's in the pinch, especially us here in America. We pinching pennies like a motherfucker right now. So, he understands that. So I could pretty much predict the Switch 2 price now. It's going to be $400 or $450. That's affordable, and it also helps them with the case of inflation, and also helps them with the exchange rate and the tariff situation they're going on. So that's going to be your Switch 2 price. I was really teetering on the fact that it's probably going to be $500 or a little bit more over that because of the tariff asinine shit that's going on. But after hearing him say this, I think we can safely say that $400 to $450 is where we're going to land. And I think that's an affordable price, especially for all you people out there who for some reason still buy fucking iPhones when you should be buying Samsung's Galaxies, but that's a whole nother topic. And y'all paying these fucking car notes and rent prices for these goddamn phones out there. I think 400 is excellent. I think it's 400 is an excellent price for a system that it's on par with capabilities of the Xbox Series and the PS5 consoles. For a console that's going to have DLSS technology and obviously have 4K output in dock mode, 1080p in handheld mode. For a system that's going to be 100% backwards capable with Switch 1, which means you could plug your Switch 1 games into your Switch 2, and which has been highly speculated that your Switch 1 games, when played in Switch 2, will automatically receive a boost due to the DLSS technology. And we don't even know the main console feature yet. So I think that definitely is all worth $400 to $450. Of course, we're going to get the Switch 2 exclusive game library from Nintendo as we know and love. That's a given. Would increase third-party support, which is probably going to be identical to what PS5 and Xbox Series are going to get. So I think 400 to 450 is the price, and I think that is absolutely perfect. I think that's an affordable price. Considering how much y'all pay for fucking DoorDash every week, how much y'all pay on goddamn weed, because I know some of y'all smoke in this chat. You know, y'all probably waste $400 to $450 on a lot of shit that you should waste your money on. So y'all just tighten up those bad habits a little bit just for a week or so, and you know you'll be able to get you a Switch. I think that's not out the realm. I think that's right up the alley. I think that's a high enough price to keep casuals engaged, and a non-hardcore gaming market engaged. And I think that's a perfect price for people who are hardcore gamers like ourselves. So I think I'm going on record. I think that's the price, $400 to $450. I don't know if it's going to be two different versions or not. That's what the rumors were early on, that it's two different models that they're going to come out with. We'll see what happens with that. Last time they did that was with the Wii U, I believe. The Wii U had two different models. So we'll see what happens with that. But I think $400 is going to be, I think that's a good price. I don't think that's a bad price at all. I would pay that each and every day. Nintendo president also said he's going to help stop scalpers. I don't know how the plans on doing that, but we will see how he plans to do that. But with the rumor that they have up to 20 million or more Switch 2s are going to be ready for launch, I think that's the way he's going to battle it. It's going to be a lot of stock available on day one. So I would say it's $399 US. I don't know what that translates into euros. I don't know what that translates for Canadians. I don't know. Y'all figure that out. Y'all gonna have to figure that out. But yeah, $400 is affordable. If you can't pay $400 for a console, I don't think you should be gaming, because I mean that's on the short end. Like, when we look at the console prices of what Microsoft and Sony have been doing the last few consoles, that's still on the lower end of the price. Like, I mean, they're trying to sell you a $700 PS5 Pro, like, which is fucking ridiculous, by the way. No console should ever cost that price. So you can afford $400. If you think you can't afford it, trust me. You can save a little money here and there. You can save a little $50 a week, and trust me, you will have $400 enough time for to get the Switch 2 when it comes out. I believe in everybody. You can save up $400. Trust me, I've been there penny pitching before. I lived in the projects. I've been on Section 8. I've been on SNAP food stamps before. I've lived that life. And I have gotten out of it before, so I know how you feel. But you can do it. There's ways. There's so many ways to make money now, legally now. There's so many ways to make money legally now. You got plenty of time. Just don't try to get it all at one time. Just a little bit adds up, especially over time. This thing ain't launching until probably June anyway. So everybody has time to put this, get it together. Get it together. And man, plus if you have your Switch right now, I'm pretty sure GameStop is gonna be doing trade-in deals. So you could trade your Switch in. I know some of y'all don't like trading shit in, but I trade my shit in all the time. As a matter of fact, I think the only console I have now left is my Wii U. And I didn't trade that in because the trading credit was abysmal, so I just kept it. And I still have a Wii remote, by the way. I just looked over at my entertainment system. I still have a Wii remote. I didn't even realize I still had it. So yeah, just trade your system in, man. I mean, I don't know what you're holding on to it for. All your Switch 1 games are going to play on Switch 2, so I don't know why would you hold on to a Switch 1 anyway. I still haven't decided if I'm going to get rid of mine or not. I might do a comparison video. I might keep it and do a comparison video. I don't know. But I have a launch Switch, so it's kind of a little bit special because, I got it on launch day. But yeah, it's I'm gonna keep smoking that. Boy, hush, man. You ain't gonna do nothing, boy. You gonna put that shit down. If you want to switch too bad enough, you will find a way. If there's a will, there's a way. Y'all gonna do it. Y'all gonna do it. Y'all gonna do it. I believe in y'all. So that's what I have to say about Switch 2's power, Switch 2 price point, and Switch 2 games. I think you're going to see a lot of more of these leaked games be confirmed by a lot of third parties as we get closer and closer to April 2nd, and rightfully so. So y'all can get there. The system is not going to be under 400. The man is flat out telling you right now it's not going to be under $400. He listed inflation and the exchange rate. It's not going to be under 400. You can kiss that goodbye. Those days are gone. And I can tell y'all who to blame, but I'm not trying to make this political. So that is over with. It is what it is at this point. You know what I mean? So y'all, listen. It's not going to be under $400. That's going to be the price, $399 MSRP. That's what it's going to be. Just make adjustments now. You know what I mean? Make adjustments now. Do what you got to do. Because I want to see all y'all there day one with us. I want to see all y'all there day one with us. Playing on that new Mario Kart 9. Playing on whatever else comes out on launch day. I want to see all y'all there. I want to have all y'all there on my friends list day one. So just get it together. Do what you got to do. You feel what I'm saying? But it's not going to be under $400. He's literally telling you, but inflation and exchange rate will also affect the price. He's letting you know indirectly that it's not going to be the price of the Switch 1 when it launched. It's not happening. So it's not going to be under $400, bro. And for the technology you're getting, I think that's perfectly fair. Perfectly fair. To me, if they did 500, I still would have thought that was fair for what I'm getting out of this system. So it's like I'm getting the best exclusive lineup and third-party games, and I'm getting advanced technology that ain't in no other console, plus the new innovative feature that y'all gonna reveal to me soon. So yeah, I think that would have been more than fair. I would have been happy with $500. I would have had no problem with it. But since he talked about affordability, I think they're going to cap it around $400 to $450, so they can still make a profit, but they still want people to be able to afford it in this climate, in this economy today. So that's what it's going to be. Do not give. I'm telling you right now, take a Q-tip and dig in your ear and get that $350 out of your brain. It's not happening. That is dead. And this administration is making sure that is dead. So it's not happening at all. Don't even think about it anymore. Just get it out of your brain. Wash it out of your brain. It's not happening, bro. $399 is the floor. That is the bare minimum. That is the minimum payment. It's not happening. So, any questions right now? I'm gonna take a little bit of Q&A real quick for about 5 minutes, and I'm gonna have to get on out of here. You know what I'm saying? I got things to do. You feel me? So, any questions about anything? Anything questions about Switch 2's power, Switch 2 capabilities, Switch 2 specs, price point, launch games? You know what I mean? Or anything else you got any questions about? Make sure you at me, please, so I can read this damn chat. I hate how this YouTube chat bot works. Just use your chat bot. Chat box is fucking annoying. It's really annoying. Any question. Somebody talking about friend codes. Oh no, sir. I'm really guaranteeing you that we're not doing friend codes on Switch 2. That is definitely dead. If you learned one thing about the new Nintendo president, he is very serious about NSO, and he's very serious about the Nintendo account, and making that more user friendly, and he has delivered on that. So that friend code shit is I know that's going to the wayside. Yeah, they're not doing that anymore. Don't worry about that friend code. That friend code shit is not happening anymore. That's done. Are you going to be live for the Switch 2? Of course I am, bro. What? Barring any wild circumstances, I'm definitely going to be live for that. Barring any crazy circumstances, I'm definitely going to be live for that. Let's see. Will you bother buying a Spider-Man 2 port on Switch 2 if one release? I don't. First of all, that's a Sony game, so I don't think that's going to happen. Even though they did put Lego Horizon on Switch, I don't think that's happening. But if that does happen, I still ain't buying Spider-Man. I kind of don't have no desire to play the Spider-Man game. I'm really finicky about superhero games. I didn't care for the Batman Arkham games. I didn't care for the Suicide Squad. I'm a fan of the Avengers movies. So if you could give me a game where I can basically have all the characters in one place, then I'm there. That's why I bought Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. But as far as the solo games, I don't really care for them at all. I think the only solo game I would probably do for a superhero might be an Iron Man game, because I think it'll have to be really different than any other superhero game. Or if they even try to do Superman again, because I have to feel like I'm very powerful in a superhero game like that. And I think Iron Man and Superman kind of fit those roles. And obviously, when you get everybody together, like in a Marvel Ultimate Alliance or Avengers type game, I'm down for that. So I can use everybody at once. But the solo campaigns, no. I'm not looking forward to Wolverine either. So it's like, I'd rather have another Marvel Ultimate Alliance game. I think that's probably the best way to make superhero games, to be honest with you. These solo efforts, I don't think so. I think they have a Black Panther game coming out too, right? I think EA's doing that. I'll have to see about that. I don't know. It's like I'm not really hyped for that. So it's like I gotta have my collective superhero games. I gotta have them all together in one. How many times we gonna hear that Switch 2 booty clap? Oh, we gonna hear it. We gonna hear it quite a few times. I think you're gonna hear it every time they show a trailer, man. I think we'll hear it every time they show a trailer. Shit. That's such a satisfying sound. You know what I mean? That's such a satisfying sound. I love it. I will play it right now, but I'm trying to get through this Q&A so I can get out of here. I'll be here all day if I play that clap. Any other questions? Wait, did I miss a question? Oh shit, did I miss a question? I think I missed one. Nope. No. No, I already read that one. About the PC port. Yeah, so yeah, we'll be back. I have some more videos dropping. I think I have one dropping tomorrow. I have some more short form videos dropping on specific topics, you feel what I'm saying? So look out for that. And you know what I mean, hit that like button. You know, drop a comment, you feel what I'm saying? And of course, make sure y'all subscribe if you ain't subscribed yet, because you know I got to bring you this Hill Truth and nothing but the Hill Truth will help you guide. So with that being said, hopefully we get some more leaks before April 2nd come around. But for sure, until then, for sure, until then, be easy, PC Tech Zombies. Take it easy. PlayStation Flopflation. Flopflation fanboys. And of course, most importantly, to all my Nintendo lords out there, keep up the good work, because we about to take over once that April 2nd hit.